Good morning, everyone. Today, in this session, we are going to learn more about pronouns. We know that any word which is used in place of a noun is known as a pronoun. For example, we write Hari is absent because, not Hari is ill, but we will write because he is ill. This is the correct one. The first sentence is wrong, the second sentence is correct. There are certain pronouns in this statement. How will you mark them? We have the first one, that is I am young. So how will I mark it? I am young. I will first type these statements. You are young. She is elder to both of us. He is a doctor. We are students of Parkland High School. So in all these statements, in all these sentences, you can easily spot the pronoun I, you, she, us, he, we. So these all are pronouns. So although over here us is a different type of a pronoun which we will learn in the subsequent lessons. Coming to the next, we have first of all personal pronouns. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are all called personal pronouns. They stand for three persons: first person, second person, third person. So the first person is the person who is speaking, like I, we. These are first person. Second person refers to you. Third person is the person about whom we are speaking: he, she, they, it. So we have three types of pronouns here: pronoun of the first person, second person, and third person. The first person pronoun denotes the person or person speaking, I and we. Second person, you. You is used both as singular as well as plural. Third person, they, he, or she. So we'll see examples of each of them. When we talk about the first person, some examples would be I ate a burger, we danced together. So over here you can see that I and we, these two are pronoun of the first person because they refer to the person who is speaking. Okay, so this is the first person view, that is the person who is speaking. In the second type we have pronoun of the second person. So in this you have statements like you talked to me about that man. Why don't you all give in? So over here you can see when I say you talk to me, so me over here acts as an object. So you becomes what? Pronoun of the second person. Why don't you all give in, or why don't you give in? This both are considered as plural as well as singular. In the first statement, of course, we are talking about singular, and in the second we are talking about plural. And talking about the third person, we have They were going to the market. He dragged the boy along with him. She danced gracefully. So, in these statements, we are talking about a third person. That is, two people are talking about a third person. They were going to the market. He dragged the boy along with him. She danced gratefully. So, they, he, she, these are pronouns of the third person. Along with this, we can have some other statements also, like the baby was crying when I saw it. So over here we are referring to the baby as with the word it, with the pronoun it. There are three forms of personal pronouns: nominative case, possessive case, and accusative case. So what is nominative case? The nominative case is the case used for a noun or pronoun which is the subject of a verb. For example, Mark eats cakes. He eats cakes. So over here I write, you can see that if I write here Mark eats cakes or he eats cakes, in both these statements you can see that the noun or a pronoun directly acts as the subject of the statement, of the sentence, and they are immediately followed by a verb. So it's clearly said that it's the case used for a noun or pronoun which is the subject of a verb. So eats is the verb here, and he and Mark both are the subjects of the verb eats, and cakes in both these statements becomes the object of the sentence. They eat cakes. So over here you can see they also is what it is being used in the nominative case, that is directly as the subject of the verb. Next is possessive case. It shows possession, that is ownership of something, and it applies to nouns, pronouns and determiners. For example, possessive nouns preceding noun with of or adding s to the end. Possessive nouns can be created by either using of or apostrophe s or simply an apostrophe at the end. For example, over here we can write the orb of the king was glowing brightly. Amit's notebook was lying on the table. So over here you can see, and one more example we'll take. This furniture is the school's property. Or I'm sorry, I'll change this. This school is an all girls school. So here you can see how possession is added to noun. If you are working with a noun, then either of is used, orb of the king or orb of king, Amit's notebook, where because Amit is one person which is singular, hence over here you will be using an apostrophe s. First the apostrophe, then the s. I'll do it once again. First apostrophe and then the s. But over here, when we are saying all girls school, a school where many girls come to study, so over here it should be after s there should be the apostrophe. So these are the rules which are followed when we are working with possessive case. So this is in case of nouns. When it comes to possessive pronouns, then these are the pronouns: mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs. And how they are different from possessive determiners, we are going to see it. When I say this is my book, and I write this book is mine, then I have one more example. That is your bicycle. That bicycle is yours. When I say this, over here we can see this is my book, so I say my. So this my is actually working as a determiner. It's working as a determiner, or we can also say possessive adjective. Whereas when we talk about this statement, the second statement over here, this book is mine, so here mine represents possessive pronoun. So I'm representing ownership over here. That is your bicycle, so here it is again a determiner or a possessive adjective. That bicycle is yours, that becomes your possessive pronoun. In the similar way, I write Rohan was washing his car yesterday. Rohan was washing a car of his yesterday. So we say over here, we write washing his car, this is your possessive adjective or determiner, whereas a car of his, so this of his becomes what? Here his becomes a possessive pronoun. We will not say Rohan was washing a car of him, no, because him is actually the accusative case. If I write it like this, I say Rohan was washing the car which was given to him yesterday. So I have used a subordinate clause over here, which is represented by which was given to him. So which was given to him, which becomes the subject, and was given to him becomes the predicate within the clause, and this him becomes your object of that clause. So if you are using a pronoun in its object form, then that becomes the accusative case, which we will be seeing in the subsequent slide. The last one is accusative case, where the case's main function is to show direct object of a verb. You can find the direct object by finding the verb and asking what or whom. Like, the dog ate what? The dog ate our turkey. The dog ate our turkey. So normally in Western countries during Thanksgiving, uh, turkey is considered as a delicacy, and they normally roast a huge turkey, keep it on the table, and they are ready to devour it. They're ready to feast on it. So it's just like we mostly prefer chicken, meat. So it's turkey is also a bird whose meat is preferred during Thanksgiving and other times also. So over here you can see the dog ate. Ate is the verb, and immediately after the verb you can find our. The dog ate our turkey. Sorry, I'm sorry for this. The dog ate our turkey. So the dog is what? It is the noun. We could also have it ate our turkey. I can change this sentence, I can modify it in this way. The dog was I have we have a dog. He ate our turkey. Okay, so over here you can see that we are this he is referred to, it's referring to the dog. So when I say ate what? Ate our turkey. So our turkey is what? This is the object of the verb. So now how do we specify this? The leopard chased him for an hour. So in this particular sentence, our turkey is the noun and that is the object. But if I write this sentence, the leopard chased him for an hour. So chased what? This is the verb which is chased. This is your verb, and it's actually doing an action, and we are asking chased what? Chased him. Okay, so this him is being used as an object. Used as an object of verb. Of verb chased. Okay, so that is why this is known as, here the pronoun him is in the accusative case. This is the accusative case. He drove me home. Sorry, I'll write my boss is a kind man. He drove me, he is a pronoun, and drove me home. Drove is the verb, and me over here is being used as an object. So me is in the accusative case, whereas he is in the nominative case because it is being used as subject of the verb. Now first person, take a look at these few things. Nominative case I, which is the singular form of first person, and its plural form is we. Possessive case my, mine, plural becomes our, ours. Accusative me and us. Okay, like the professor gave us the answer keys for the test. So gave us, gave is the verb, and this is the verb, and us becomes your object, that is this becomes your pronoun in the accusative case. Next, second person nominative case. Now here singular and plural will be represented by one word only. You is the nominative case, your is the possessive case, yours is the possessive case, accusative case is you. Like if I use it in the nominative case, you look like a fool. Second one, this is your book. This book is yours. And finally, accusative case, this book was purchased by you. So you can see in all these statements, you look like a fool. So this is nominative case. Then when I talk about this one, this is your book. So here some possession is shown, but this is considered as possessive adjective, and when I say this book is yours, so here this becomes the possessive pronoun, and this book was purchased by you. Purchased by whom? By you. So this becomes what? Your accusative case. Next we have third person. So third person normally comes in three genders, that is there are three genders. As we have seen the previous two, that is first person and second person, which are mostly of neuter gender. First and second are of neuter gender, that is they do not refer to any gender in particular, whereas third person has three genders. One is masculine, second feminine, and third is neuter gender. So in masculine you have he, in feminine you have she, in neuter you have they, it. So here also you can find that it would be like this: he, him, his, then she, her, hers, they, it, their, theirs, its. So these all are examples of neuter of gender. So him, he, him, his, she, her, hers. So these are plural, whereas over here, sorry, these are singular, whereas over here it is singular, its is singular, but they and theirs, they, their and theirs refers to plural. Again, come to the possessive adjectives. I already told you possessive cases of most personal pronouns have two forms, and one of these forms is possessive adjectives like my, our, your, her, their. Okay, so I would write here My pen is not working properly. I'll write, we went to our farmhouse last Saturday. Don't take your sister to the nightclub. Then we have her. My sister does her homework when everybody sleeps. And then we have my brother is pissed because someone stole his bike. The workers are demanding for extra pay for their job, for their overtime. Or I should write for their extra work. So in these statements you can see many examples. My pen, we went to our farmhouse, take your sister, her homework, my brother is pissed because someone stole his bike, the workers are demanding for extra pay for their extra working hours. So here you can see all these words, they are actually working as these forms are working as possessive adjective. Examples, this is my notebook, those are your books, that is her computer, and so on. Possessive pronouns, the word his is used both as an adjective and pronoun. Like over here, my brother is pissed because someone stole his bike, so this is okay, it is being referred to as possessive adjective. If I slightly change these sentences now, how will they work? Suppose I write the alternative of all these sentences. The pen of mine is not working properly. So I write over here, the pen of mine is not working properly. So in this you can see the pen of mine. So here mine shows what? This shows possessive. This is a possessive pronoun because it shows possession or ownership of the pen, but not as an adjective. Next, we went to the farmhouse of ours last Saturday. So I've used of ours. Next, don't take that sister of yours to the nightclub. Then the sister or a sister of mine does homework of hers, or either I can write it like this, does homework of hers when everybody sleeps, but it doesn't look nice. Okay, I can also write my sister does homework of hers when everybody sleeps. Or I can also write, the sister of mine does her homework when everybody sleeps. I can write, my brother. You can see my brother is also possessive adjective, so I can write it this way. The brother of mine is pissed because someone stole a bike or the bike of his. Or I can write, my brother is pissed because someone stole the bike of his, or the brother of mine is pissed because someone stole his bike. That also I can write. And similarly for this last statement also I can write, the workers are demanding for extra pay for their extra working hours. So I can write, the workers are demanding for extra pay for extra working hours of theirs. So that also I can write. So these are examples of possessive pronouns. So you can see over here, these all are possessive pronouns in these sentences. Okay, so these are all the examples of possessive pronouns. You can see here, this is his car, this car is his. Some sentences are given here, like this book is mine, those books are yours, that book is hers, that idea of yours is excellent. So these, in these statements you can easily see that these are your possessive pronouns. Okay, so this is your possessive pronoun and this is your possessive adjective. Where is the pronoun it used? For things without life, like for example I can write, one second students. So I can write here, for things without life, like this book doesn't contain illustrations. Please take it away. The mouse of my computer is not working. I purchased it yesterday. So in these statements you can see, take it away. So we are referring to it for representing what? Book. The mouse of my computer is not working. I purchased it yesterday. So it refers to the mouse of the computer, that is lifeless things or man-made things. Anything which doesn't have life. For animals, like I can write here, the horse fell and broke its leg. The dog was limping on its hind leg while walking. So over here you can see that we have used pronouns which we have used it to refer to animals also, until and unless you specifically want to use a gender, like I have a pet dog named Rufus. He is very diligent and active. So, because most of the times it happens that pet dogs become a member of your family, so you don't want to refer to the dog as it. Mostly you might have seen that Americans usually use he or she. Specifically, they make use of the gender in order to refer to their pet animals. So over here I have used what he is very diligent and active. So it's up to you what you want to use, but normally what is used, it. Next is for a young child, like the child was crying, the baby was crying because it was hungry. The baby has torn its clothes. So here also you can see, because it was hungry, torn its clothes. So baby is usually a very small, it you can consider baby to be a very small creature, very young child. So gender usually doesn't matter for the baby. To refer to some statement going before, like he is telling what is not true and he knows it. He deserved his punishment and he knew it. So over here you can see he is telling what is not true and he knows it. So you can see, to refer to some statement going before. So this is the statement which is going before, and this it is referring to this statement. Similarly here also you can see this is the statement and it is referring to this statement over here. As a provisional and temporary subject before verb to be when the real subject follows, like it is easy to point a finger at others. It is doubtful whether the train would arrive. So over here you can see, as a provisional and temporary subject, a temporary subject before the verb to be where the real subject follows, like it is easy to point a finger at others. So an alternative of this statement would have been, to point a finger at others is easy. So when I say this, I can refer to this part, to point a finger at others, as the subject. I can consider this as the subject, and I can consider this part is easy as the predicate. So over here, just to represent this, to point a subject at others, this is something abstract we are talking about. We have referred to this as it, that is a temporary or provisional subject. Okay, so it is easy to point a finger at others. It is doubtful whether the train would arrive. So it refers to that provisional object. Okay, what is easy? Here what is easy? To point a finger. Here what is doubtful? Whether the train would arrive. Okay, and when you write it, whether the train would arrive is doubtful. So whether the train would arrive will become the subject, and is doubtful becomes the predicate. To give emphasis to the noun or pronoun following, like it was, it is you who is ruining this relationship. So I am saying it is you who is ruining. It is me who is holding on to it. So I say it is you who is ruining. So emphasis is being laid over here. There is stress on this word. Emphasis is laid on this word. It is me who is holding on to it, or it is I who is holding on to it. Okay. So we can say it that way also. In the end, just one request to everyone, if you really benefit from this video, then please like my video, share my video and subscribe my channel. Please do not forget, like the video, share the video and subscribe my channel. And thank you all for your love and support.